Thanks very much indeed for your time. Just to pick up what Tom was saying there about this issue of the chief whip. I mean, how much, power does the Prime Minister actually have when these things start to break down?
Well, I think the problem the Prime Minister's got is the Tory party is a series of delicate coalitions, like 9 or 10 different factions, and he's trying to sort of all the time manage a delicate truce. But that's only going to really work in the short term. Longer term, he's going to have to stamp his authority down. Obviously, they're trying to use the chief whip as a shield. The chief whip should be there as a shield. But as I said, it's very difficult managing all these different factions.
He told this audience in County Durham, integrity really important to me. I acted pretty decisively after the report came back. But of course, part of the criticism is that either he should have known what was happening with Zahawi, and if he didn't know, he should have done. This was a Prime Minister perhaps out of touch.
No, I think what he was doing was, it was important that the party saw there was a sense of natural justice for Zahawi, that he didn't throw him under the bus at the first bad newspaper headline, and that he was given time to respond. And a lot of what he's having to do at the moment is party management. That is why you saw a pretty long, drawn-out process. I mean, there could have been other flashpoints within which he could have chosen to remove Zahawi. So I think that's what he was trying to do, was to sort of show to the party, look, I've given him time to respond. There's been a sense of natural justice. There's been an investigation. I haven't done a knee-jerk reaction. Having seen all the evidence, he's then concluded, yes, look, he must go. I mean, obviously the timing of it was interesting, doing it, I think 8:30 on a Sunday morning, right in the middle of a Michael Gove media round. But clearly they were trying to draw a line under it. And to your point, give the impression that, he was acting decisively and wasn't going to dither on this.
Yeah, and just on that very topic, I take on board what you say about these delicate coalitions and trying to keep the balance. But of course, there are many saying he should have thrown him under the bus, and perhaps he should even throw Dominic Raab under the bus as well.
Yeah, but I think then you're going to get, this is the problem, isn't it? You're going to get certain factions just erupting within the party. So I think that when I worked for David Cameron, he used to say, he would always give people perhaps a little bit longer than needed in the job before they had to resign. So they felt like they'd been given a fair crack at the whip. Normally what would happen was when MPs were under fire, they'd be the ones, or ministers, who'd come to him and say, look, Gov, the game is up. I've got to go. And I think there's a sense of Sunak doing that here as well. Right. Also because to some extent he'll be thinking, look, these, Zahawi goes onto the back benches. I need to try and have and buy his loyalty as much as I possibly can. So, yeah, I mean, look, it's not a long-term solution. You're very right. I think, the real question for the Tory party is, even if they were to win next time, and obviously a very big if, you'd probably have a 9-2 situation where they might limp over the line with 5-10 MP majority. But then how could you govern them at all? And so, yeah, there is, we are coming to an existential question for them.
Last quick question. Lord Hague's turned down the job of party chairman. Would you consider ever again being a No. 10 spokesman given all this? Is it a job anyone would want to have?
Look, I think it's it's a great privilege to do those jobs, but it is very difficult. And in the age of WhatsApp, I think it might drive me absolutely crazy. You'd get absolutely no time to think. But yeah, I mean, to the point on Lord Hague, they're going to have to try and find a big heavyweight figure who can do that job of trying to bring the party together and effectively be, a No. 2 frontman.
Any ideas?
I've seen figures like Brandon Lewis being knocked around, being speculated about in the press. He'd be good. I think, look, he's been chairman before. It's going to have to be someone who has got experience, either former chairman or someone who's been in cabinet. It's not time to put a novice in there. And you've got to have someone who brings a significant following within the party